Hey everyone, welcome back. 2022, NIO had a record-breaking year. It was incredible. What's really impressive about last year for NIO is that they delivered over 122,000 vehicles in one single year. That's absolutely incredible. This was the first year that they've ever delivered 100,000 plus vehicles. Very impressive. NIO is a very diverse company. They have many different vehicles, from sedans to SUVs. So they offer a wide range of products. That's good. But right now the share price isn't really reflecting their accomplishments. If you know what I mean. Share price right now is just around $11. In fact, it's $11.58 to be specific. This puts the market cap at just above $20 billion. You have to consider everything in total. $20 billion for a company that can deliver 120,000 plus EVs per year, that is undervalued. So my question is, what can NIO do this year? Can they deliver 150,000 vehicles, 180,000, or perhaps 200,000? We don't know. 200,000 would be insane. It would be absolutely insane. That would be like a 50 to 60% increase on production. That would take a lot for NIO to hit 200,000 vehicles delivered this year. But nevertheless, this gets me thinking, where are we going to end up with the price at the end of this year? Can we get back to $20, $25, $30? Can we get to $30 this year? Unlikely. What I'm almost certain about is that NIO can definitely get to $20 this year. So where it is right now, it is extremely undervalued. By the way, not financial advice, but it is clear to me that this company is clearly undervalued, and that's good to know. Now, what's even more crazy is that within the last 6 months, the NIO shares have not been above $25 within the last 6 months. So what are the chances that it could hit $25 this year? But I think $20 is almost certainty. At some point this year, the market will start doing great once again. The EV stocks market will start doing incredible. And NIO, Polestar, they will be a big recipient in this market, trust me, including Tesla. Now here's what's even more impressive about NIO and their last year's delivery. In December alone, they delivered over 15,000 vehicles in 1 month. Very impressive for a small company, still a startup by the way. That was a new record high for NIO in terms of deliveries throughout a month. That was very impressive. Additionally, it also represents a year-over-year increase of 50%. I've watched NIO delivery numbers constantly go up and up and up throughout the years since 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. They're all impressive. So thankfully, I have a lovely chart showing all of NIO's quarterly deliveries. And this goes back to 2020. Absolutely incredible. Now in Q4 last year, 2022, they delivered 40,000 vehicles in 3 months. In 2022, they delivered 17,000 vehicles in 3 months in Q4. That's the big difference they've made in 3 years. They've made that big difference in 3 years. In 3 years, they've doubled. In 3 years, they've more than doubled the amount of deliveries they've made in Q4 of each year. In 2021, they delivered over 25,000 vehicles in Q4. And to increase it by an additional 15,000 last year, the following year, absolutely incredible. What's even more incredible is that NIO's history of the first quarter of the new year, it's usually better than the last quarter. So NIO's Q1 in 2023 should possibly be better than 2022 Q4. That's absolutely incredible. Usually companies, they start out slowly at the start of the year, and they ramp up production to hit new records. And I'm sure NIO will hit new records. But for a company to consistently beat their delivery records in the new year, in the first quarter, that's more than impressive. And to beat it consistently and confidently, yeah, that's really impressive. Let me explain. So in Q4 of 2022, NIO sold 17,000 vehicles. In Q1 in the following year, 2021, they sold 20,000 vehicles. They increased it by around 3,000 vehicles. In 2021 Q4, they sold 25,000 vehicles. And at the start of last year in 2022 in Q1, they sold 25,765. So they still beat it. However, last year, 2022, beat it by over 700 vehicles because it's 25,700 vehicles. Very impressive. 25,700 vehicles. Very impressive. So this year, Q1, I'm looking for them to beat 40,000 vehicles. Remember now, they delivered 40,000 vehicles last year in Q4. So are they going to break this record in Q1? If they do, that's obviously setting up them to seriously hit 200,000 deliveries by the end of this year. And that would be incredible. And this is what I mean when I say I'm really confident that the share price could hit $20 this year once again, for many reasons. This is why I'm so confident that this company is obviously undervalued. This is why I'm so confident that by 2025, this company's market cap will easily be 5 times its value right now, which means that the company will be worth around $100 billion, 5 times the amount what it is right now. That's what I'm targeting in the next 3 years. 3 years, 2023, 2024, 2025. They're coming to the UK. They're establishing themselves in the European market, and they've only just gotten started. Imagine when they have a strong position in the European market. Imagine what will happen to their share price. As they continue throughout this year, they're establishing themselves. They're building swap stations. They're bringing EV vehicles to the UK. They're bringing EV vehicles to other companies. They're bringing EV vehicles to Germany, Netherlands, Sweden, Finland. And I believe they're also going to Hungary as well. Plenty of European countries, they're establishing themselves. In the next 3 years, NIO will be well established in the UK and throughout Europe, and they will be well established in the United States in the next 3 years. Considering that they could break 200,000 vehicles delivered this year, yeah, I believe they could easily become a $100 billion company in 3 years by 2025. I do believe that. So that's my stock analysis for this year. I'm looking forward to NIO hitting $20. Now, one last thing to touch on. I found a chart and an article on Yahoo Finance. Individual investors who hold 48% of NIO Inc. gained 12%. Institutions profited as well. Very interesting, very keen. So to get a sense of who is truly in control of NIO, it is important to understand the ownership structure of the business. With 48% stake, individual investors possess the maximum shares in the company. The group stands to gain the most or to lose the most from their investment in the company. While individual investors were the group that would benefit the most last week, in the 1.9 billion market cap again, institutions had a 34% share in those profit. But there was a lot of individual investors, retail investors, essentially, ourselves. NIO's huge fan base, you, thank you for watching. So by looking at this chart, we can see that 8.2% goes to public companies. 10% goes to individual investors. Institutions, they get 33.5%. General public, 48.3%. That's in a whole. Who owns shares in NIO? That's it. Institutions hold up to 33%. That's big. General public, almost 50%. General public can be almost anyone. Almost anyone. Some billionaires, some millionaires, some thousandaires, and some $1 heirs as well. Now, how about inside ownership of the company? The definition of insider can differ slightly between different countries, but members of the board direct always count. Company management run the business, but the CEO will answer to the board, even if he or she is member of the board. Insider ownership is positive when it signals leadership or thinking like the true owners of the company. However, the high insider ownerships can also give immense power to small groups within the company. This can be a negative in some circumstances. And it seems like insiders own a significant portion of NIO Inc. It is very impressive. It is very interesting to see that insiders have a meaningful 1.8 billion stake in the... So that's very impressive. By the way, like I said, market cap's at 20 billion right now. So considering all of that, these insiders investors, they basically own, what is that, 10-20%? But anyway, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to see more. Leave a comment. And of course, I'll see you in our next video.